Carrier looked at him, then finally his shoulders sank. He pressed his palms against his sides. "It's fucked, Malcolm. It's fucking fucked. I'm not going to get a goddamn penny of those loans." Malcolm stared at him. He'd seen the numbers AC through. Carrier had purchased $100 million in unpaid loans from Japan 1 nearly 3 months ago for a paltry $10 million. The loans were backed by real estate, were worth nearly $50 million. It seemed like no-brainer. Either the outstanding debts were paid, or the AC could take the real estate, sell it, and recoup that way. It would have been a simple, quick turnaround. "I don't understand. If they aren't paying up, we take the fucking billions." Carrier continued, rubbing his eyes. "We take the fucking billions?" He snapped back. "We take the fucking billions? Now, why didn't I think of that?" "Carrier, I'll show you. Get your helmet, we are going for the little ride." The night flashed and the 70 miles per hour as Malcolm guided his Ducati down his winded with two-lane road, his eyes focused on the cone of light from the headlight and red flash of a Carrier taillight that dragged back forth through his blackness. The Carrier was driving erectly, his bike rewound too hard, turned so deep that his elbow and knee touched pavement at the same time. Malcolm knew that his friend was too tired to be driving at those speeds, and he didn't want to try to get close to tell Carrier how to slow down. He was having enough trouble keeping his own bike under control to worry much about a Carrier. Ducatis were made for speed, not for night driving, certainly not for night driving on streets without adequate lines, streets that twisted back and forth, and obscene close intervals. Malcolm had never seen this part of Tokyo before. In fact, he wasn't sure that it was real even in Tokyo anymore. Somewhere along the way they had crossed a long lit-up bridge, and quickly the congested neon city had given way to the flattened area of fatty-house and box-like buildings. It was beginning to look more and like Osaka with each passing mile. Malcolm was starting to wonder if they were going to run out of gas before they got to their destination, and saw a Carrier lean back on his bike, waving a hand toward the right. Malcolm looked and saw a 9-story building at the end of the quiet, poorly lit block. The building looked more modern than most of the others in the area, perhaps less than 10 years old. A mid-bubble construct, presumably built with the money loaned during peachy times by Japan 1. Now the buildings all were in default, and a Carrier was holding those loans. In other words, Malcolm thought, he put his Ducati to a stop next to a Carrier's Yamaha at the heart. The building belonged to ASC. He pulled off his helmet and placed the back of his bike, then dismounted with the squeak of the leather against home. He ran hands through the end. He waited for a Carrier to disentangle himself from his own bike. Then two of them started down the alley. "Pretty bleak area," Malcolm said. Where are we? "It's called Obadaiba," Carrier responded. "In this area mostly water houses now, and more than half of them are empty. Used to be a real boom area, a center for telecom and software. Then the bubble burst and it went sour." They reached the front steps that led up to the building. Malcolm noticed that some of the windows were higher floors that were lit up. He also noticed that there was a warm glow coming from the main door. Even through the window shades were all drawn. The front door was thick wooden and opaque. "This building is owned by a guy named Tobuka Takahama. He used to own a string of love hotels. Anyway, his company was under after he put up this building, which is going to be a warehouse of some sort." Репетитор по скайпу, Smart Teacher 190.